In the last few classes, we had discussed the kinematics of rigid bodies for two particular cases when omega is equal to omega bar, or the secondary reference frame xyz is embedded in the rigid body. So the equations of velocity and acceleration, we had already derived these equations, and we had also solved problems using these equations. And then we had also discussed a relative motion analysis, where omega is not equal to omega bar. Okay, in this case also we had seen the equations of velocity and acceleration, and we had solved the problems. But the thing was that we had solved only planar problems. Okay, so in this corresponding lecture we shall solve one problem each for three-dimensional problems, the first case as well as the second case. We're not going for solving many problems here, just one problem each for each of these cases we'll discuss and then wind it up. Now, this is the first question for the first case. Rod AB is attached to collars at its end by ball and socket joint. If collar A has a speed VA equals 4 meter per second, determine the speed of collar B at an instant when Z equals 2 meter. Assume the angular velocity of the rod is directed perpendicular to the rod. And the second part of the question, if the collar A has a deceleration of AA equals 5 meter per second square at the instant shown, determine the acceleration of the collar B at this instant. This question is from Hibbeler. To solve this problem, as such, the reference frames have already been given to you. Even though in the question it is given as small x, small y and small z, as such I will consider this as capital X, capital Y and capital Z, that represents the fixed reference frame. Okay, and then I will attach my secondary reference frame to the collar A, and it will be embedded within the body AB, within the rod AB. Okay, so as such my secondary reference frame will be somewhat like this. So X, Y and Z. Remember, this corresponding XYZ is embedded within the rod AB and it will rotate based on the rotation of this AB. Okay. Now, other way of representing this corresponding equation, usually in some textbooks it is seen that they do not use the two coordinate system. Instead, they use a relative motion analysis. I think the equations here are the equations for the relative motion analysis. Both are the same thing. Okay, the equations we had discussed right now and the equations in terms of relative analysis, both are the same thing. But in order to avoid confusion, I usually go with these equations. Okay, it's better to study these equations compared to their relative analysis equations. Okay, it becomes a bit difficult to understand. Okay, so let me solve the problem. First is to study the motion of secondary reference frame small xyz relative to capital XYZ. So I'll write it here. Motion of XYZ, secondary reference frame XYZ relative to capital XYZ. So here we'll be interested in finding the velocity and acceleration of the collar. So here first r dot vector will be equal to, now in the figure here you see this corresponding collar is moving with a velocity 4 meter per second with respect to the fixed coordinate in the upward direction. So as such I can say that the XYZ reference frame is moving with a velocity 4 meter per second relative to the fixed reference capital XYZ. So this r dot will be equal to 4 into k cap, meter per second. And it is also given that the acceleration of the collar A, it is 5 meter per second. It is called deceleration. That means it is in the downward direction. So R double dot will be equal to minus 5k meter per second square. This is the motion of XYZ relative to capital XYZ. Now we shall discuss the motion of the collar relative to capital XYZ. Remember one thing in this question here. You see the rod AB here will be fixed relative to the secondary reference frame small xyz. Why? Because small xyz will undergo rotation along with the rotation of this rod AB. So it means that both A as well as B will be fixed relative to the secondary reference frame, or AB as such will be fixed relative to the reference frame. That is why we use the first case. We use the first case when omega is equal to omega bar for solving this problem. So as such, I can say V capital XYZ vector will be equal to R dot vector plus omega vector cross rho vector. Now let us analyze each of these corresponding terms here. V capital XYZ. Now see in the question is to find the corresponding speed of the collar B. That is speed of this collar when Z equals 2 meters. When Z equals 2 meters. So as such, V capital XYZ is actually the VB vector. Okay. So that will be equal to. Now, if the inclination of this rod, okay, is theta with respect to y-axis, I can express the velocity of VB in terms of the horizontal and the vertical components. Now since this collar A moves upward, this collar B also moves upward along this rod here. So the collar B as such will have a component along the Z direction as well as along the negative Y direction. Okay, it will have components along both these directions. So as such, I can express the velocity VB in terms of these two components. Okay, so that will be equal to the magnitude VB into now minus cos theta into j cap. This corresponding theta inclination is with respect to the y-axis. Okay, so the cos component, it is in the opposite of the y direction. That is why I put minus cos theta into j cap. Okay, and plus sin theta into k cap. The vertical component is along the capital Z axis. So as such, I have called this plus sin theta into k cap. Now, VB into cos theta as such, I can obtain from the corresponding right triangle here. This right triangle here. So 1.5 is along the y-axis and 2 is along the z-axis. So 2 meter. You have this length here 1.5 meter. So the corresponding length of this rod will be equal to 2 square plus 1.5 square. This will be equal to 2.5. So cos theta will be 1.5 divided by 2.5 and sin theta will be 2 divided by 2.5. So as such, minus cos theta 1.5 divided by 2.5 j cap plus sin theta 2 divided by 2.5 into k cap. This is what is the corresponding V capital XYZ, or we can say VB vector. Okay. Now, the next is omega. omega vector as such I will express in terms of the three component directions. So as such I can write this as omega x into I cap plus omega y into j cap plus omega z into k cap. Okay, since it is a three-dimensional one, we will have to express in terms of the components along the three directions. Okay, omega is actually omega AB. Omega is actually omega AB. Since the secondary reference frame is embedded within the body AB. Now next, the row vector. The row vector actually represents the position coordinate of this collar B relative to the collar A or relative to the secondary reference frame small xyz. This we can obtain by knowing the coordinates of the collars A and B relative to the capital XYZ. Okay, so I'll directly express in terms of the capital XYZ for simplicity. The point A, when it reaches Z equals 2 meter, I'll just write it here. When Z equals 2 meter, A will have corresponding position coordinate along the x-axis it is 1 meter, along the y-axis it is 0, and along z-axis it will be 2 meters. So it will be 1, 0 and 2. And the corresponding point B, you see the B here, it is shown this 1.5 meters from this corresponding bottom of this rod here. Now this corresponding 1.5 meter position is given when the collar A reaches the point when Z equals 2 meters. So as such, in order to find the position coordinates of the collar B, we will have to determine this length here which represents the z-axis, this length here which represents the y-axis, and along the x it is 0. So as such, the position coordinate of B will be along x it is 0, along y this distance here, see the total length here is 1.5 meters and this length here is also 1.5 meters. So this corresponding length here can be obtained as 1.5 cos theta. Just let me draw the figure here once again for better understanding. You have the collar here. This length is 1.5 meters and this is theta. So this corresponding length will be 1.5 cos theta. Okay, the total this length is also 1.5 meters and this corresponding length will be 1.5 sin theta. So as such, my position coordinate B along x it is 0, along y it will be 1.5 minus 1.5 cos theta, and along z it is 1.5 sin theta. Okay, so this will be equal to 0.6, 1.2. So my row vector as such will be equal to 0 minus 1 into I cap plus 0.6 minus 0 into j cap plus 1.2 minus 2 into k cap. Okay, so after minusing b minus a, so this will give me minus 1 into I cap plus 0.6 into j cap minus 0.8 into k cap. So substituting all these here, we would get v capital xyz vector, that is vb into minus 1.5 by 2.5. This will give me minus 0.6. So minus 0.6 vb into j cap plus 2 by 2.5 will give me 0.8. So 0.8 into k cap is equal to r dot vector, that is 4 k cap plus omega vector, that is omega x into I cap plus omega y into j cap plus omega z into k cap cross rho vector, that is minus 1 into I cap plus 0.6 into j cap minus 0.8 into k cap. If you solve this equation, if you take the cross product of these two vectors, finally you would get the answer as minus 0.8 omega y minus 0.6 omega z into I cap plus 0.8 omega x minus omega z into j cap plus 0.6 omega x plus omega y plus 4 into k cap. Equating the terms, we will get minus 0.8 omega y minus 0.6 omega z is equal to 0, 0.8 omega x minus omega z is equal to minus 0.6 vb, and 0.6 omega x plus omega y plus 4 is equal to 0.8 vb. Now here you have got 3 equations, but the problem is you have got 4 unknowns. So if you refer to the question once again, you can see that a statement has been given here. Assume that the angular velocity of the rod is directed perpendicular to the rod. That means this corresponding rod AD will have an angular velocity that is always perpendicular to it. Okay, that is always perpendicular to it. It may be oriented in any of the three-dimensional directions, but as such it will be perpendicular. So if it is perpendicular, I can say that omega AB vector, that is the angular velocity of this AB, and the rho vector, okay, the position vector along this, will be at 90 degrees. Or in other words, I can say that, I'll just write it down here, since angular velocity is perpendicular to the rod, I can state that omega vector dot rho vector, the dot product of both these vectors, will be equal to 0. So omega x into I cap plus omega y into j cap plus omega z into k cap dot minus 1 into I cap plus 0.6 j cap plus 0.8 k cap will be equal to 0. Since this is a dot product, I dot I is 1, j dot j is 1, and k dot k is 1. Rest all of these are 0. So if you solve this, you will get as minus omega x plus 0.6 omega y minus 0.8 omega z is equal to 0. Okay, so this will be the fourth equation. So if you try to solve all these 4 equations, you would get omega x equals 1.2, omega y equals omega x equals minus 1.2, omega y equals minus 0.72, and omega z equals 0.96. So as such, I can say omega vector is equal to minus 1.2 I cap minus 0.72 j cap plus 0.96 k cap. And you will also get velocity Vb is equal to, if you solve this equation, you will also get velocity Vb is equal to 3.2 meter per second. In vector format, Vb is equal to 3.2 into minus 0.6 j cap plus 0.8 k cap, that is equal to minus 1.92 j cap plus 2.56 k cap meter per second. So this is how you find the velocity of the collar B relative to the fixed frame capital XYZ. The next is finding the acceleration. So you have A capital XYZ is equal to R double dot vector plus omega dot cross rho vector plus omega vector cross omega vector cross rho vector. Now remember one thing, whenever you solve three-dimensional problems, you will have to take the full cross product. You cannot use the corresponding equation of minus omega square into rho in case when you are doing three-dimensional problems. Okay. Now in this equation, I want all of you to solve this equation at home and submit it as a DHA. R double dot, you already know it. AXYZ, acceleration of the collar B will be opposite to that of the velocity. So I can directly write AXYZ as AB into cos theta into j cap minus sin theta into k cap. Okay, directly opposite to that of velocity as such. You can obtain the value of cos theta and sin theta as we had done earlier. Okay, this is how you find AXYZ. Rho vector you already know. Omega vector also will obtain it. You had obtained it just in the previous equation. And omega dot vector here, I can write it as omega dot vector, or I can rename it as alpha vector is equal to alpha x into I cap plus alpha y into j cap plus alpha z into k cap. Okay. Now since angular velocity is perpendicular to the rod, angular acceleration will also be perpendicular to the rod. So alpha dot rho vector will be equal to 0. So employing all these things, you can find the acceleration A capital XYZ. I want you to solve this problem at home and submit it as a DHA. Now moving on to the next question. A disc of radius 120 mm rotates at the constant rate omega 2 equals 5 radians per second with respect to the arm AB, which itself rotates at the constant rate of omega 1 equals 3 radians per second. For the position shown, determine the velocity and acceleration of the point C. So on the right hand side, you can see the figure here. This corresponding assembly as such is rotating with respect to this y-axis with an angular velocity omega 1 that is equal to 3 radians per second. And then this disc itself is undergoing another rotation with respect to point B along an axis here that is parallel to the z-axis, and that angular velocity omega 2 is given as 5 radians per second. Now the question is to find the velocity and acceleration of the point C relative to the ground or relative to capital XYZ. This is a question of the relative motion. Okay, so as such we shall be using the second case here for solving this problem. Since because if I attach my secondary reference frame, you have already the fixed reference frame capital XYZ, and if I attach my secondary reference frame like this, for example, I attach my small x, y, z here. Now this small xyz is undergoing rotation with respect to capital XYZ with an angular velocity omega 1. So small xyz is undergoing an angular velocity omega 1 with respect to capital XYZ. And the point C here is itself undergoing an angular velocity omega 2 with respect to this secondary reference frame small xyz. Okay, so there are 2 points of rotation here. One is point B here, and the other as such is this point A. So as such we will have to employ the second case in order to solve this problem. So I write it here, omega 1 vector, it is with respect to the fixed reference frame, I can write it as 3j radians per second, and omega 2 phi into k dash radians per second, where k dash represents the unit vector along secondary z axis small z here. Now first I will express the motion of the secondary reference frame small xyz relative to capital XYZ. Now r dot vector. Now you see in this figure here, the point B on which the secondary reference frame XYZ is attached will undergo rotation around the y axis here. So if I know the angular velocity omega 1 and vector AB, I can obtain the velocity of the secondary reference frame small xyz relative to the point A. So r dot vector is equal to omega 1 cross r b with respect to A, which will be equal to omega 1 vector is 3j cap. Now rb with respect to A vector is not a constant one, it keeps on rotating, so as such it will have different values. But at this particular instant, okay, at a particular instant, rb with respect to A will be equal to, in this figure you can see along the x-axis it is 75 mm, and along the negative y-axis it is minus 140 mm. So as such rb with respect to A will be equal to 0.075 I cap minus 0.140 j cap. So if you substitute it here, it will become 3j cross 0.075 I cap minus 0.140 j cap, that is equal to 0.255 k cap. Similarly, r double dot vector will be equal to alpha 1 cross rb with respect to A plus omega 1 cross omega 1 vector cross rb with respect to A vector. Okay. Now as such it is said that it is undergoing a constant angular velocity. So alpha 1 vector as such will be 0. So this entire term will become 0 plus omega 1 vector is 3j cross. Now omega 1 cross rb with respect to A, we have already obtained it here. That is equal to 0.255 k. So I can directly write here 0.255 k. which is equal to minus 0.675 I cap. Now we'll be interested in finding the motion of the point C relative to the secondary reference frame small xyz. Okay, so velocity with respect to the secondary reference frame v small xyz. If you see the figure here, this corresponding point C undergoing rotation with respect to an angular velocity omega 2 equals 5 radians per second. So if I know the vector RBC, I can express the velocity as omega 2 vector cross RC with respect to B. Okay, this will be equal to omega 2, it is 5 k dash cap cross RC with respect to B will be 0.12 I dash. Now if you see this figure here, the radius of this is given as 120 mm or 0.12. That is why I have written as 0.12 I dash. So this will give me 0.6 J dash cap. Now acceleration with respect to the secondary reference frame small xyz will be equal to alpha 2 cross RC with respect to B plus omega 2 cross omega 2 cross RC with respect to B vector. Now this, as I told you, the disk is also rotating with a constant angular velocity, so this entire term will become 0 plus omega 2 phi k dash cap cross, now omega 2 cross RC with respect to B, we have already obtained it here. Okay, so that is equal to 0.6 J dash. So this is 0.6 J dash cap. So if you solve this, you would get minus 3 I dash cap. Now the next step is motion of C relative to capital XYZ. So here we apply the equations which we have studied. V capital XYZ is equal to V small xyz plus R dot plus omega cross rho vector. Now let's look into each of these terms. We have already obtained V velocity with respect to small xyz is equal to 0.6 J dash. Now at this particular instant, okay, at this particular instant that is shown in this figure, okay, J dash will be equal to J as well as I dash will be equal to I and K dash will be equal to K. Apply that principle, you will get 0.6 J dash is equal to 0.6 J, and then R dot we have already obtained it as 0.255 K cap, and then omega vector is actually omega 1 vector which is 3 J cap, and rho vector it is RC with respect to point B. Okay, that is equal to 0.12 into I dash cap, which I can write it as 0.12 I. Okay, so substituting all of these, you would get 0.6 J cap plus R dot, that is 0.255 K cap plus omega vector, that is 3J cross 0.12 I. So if you solve this, you would get the answer 0.6 J vector minus 0.585 K vector. Remember one thing here, this velocity and acceleration will be changing their values. So at this particular instant, this is the corresponding velocity. Similarly, you can find the acceleration A with respect to the fixed frame AX capital XYZ, which is equal to A with respect to small xyz plus R double dot vector plus 2 omega vector cross V small xyz plus omega dot vector cross rho vector plus omega vector cross omega vector cross rho vector. Okay, now we have already obtained the values earlier. Okay, axyz, if you see here, it is minus 3i dash, so I'll just convert it to directly to minus 3i plus r double dot vector, it is minus 0.675i, so this I will turn to minus 0.675i plus 2 into omega vector, it is 3j cross v small xyz, that is 0.6 into j plus omega dot or alpha. Since it is undergoing constant angular velocity, this will be 0 plus omega vector, that is 3j cross 3j cross rho vector, it is 0.12 I cap. So again, if you try to solve this, you would get 4.755 I cap. So here we had obtained the acceleration and velocity of the point C at this particular instant relative to the fixed reference frame capital XYZ. So with this, I had solved two problems, one each for each case. This is just to give you an idea how to solve three-dimensional problems. So with this, we will come to the end of this unit. Thank you all.